Good afternoon. I'm Brett Arnold Mondi, founder of the the Elite African Statistical Fields Alliance, and I'm a senior university alumni who pursued applied statistics with IT from 2018 to 2022. And also, there are other things that are moving that I'm targeting at is to pursue my master's at to pursue masters of science of science in biostatistics, demography, or data analytics soon. And also, what I prefer the most is biostatistics. So from now henceforth, I might be moving in presenting the elite African statistical fields related to the illustration of the ASFA's vision, mission, its objectives, and many others. The SDGs of the UN selected by ASFA, and also the selected SDGs by ASFA that matches with our objectives. And also, I can just give a short look of the sectors and professions engaged with the ASFA, and finally, the noted recommendations in this presentation. Furthermore, I might start with the vision and mission of ASFA, which states that it is to develop and promote the integrity and competence of statistical field uh, uh, statistical professions in Africa. And also, when you come to the mission, this is to offer statistical leadership by having policy changes and supporting related developments aimed at enabling African countries to participate effectively in the statistical decision-based global economy. Hence, the nations and their partners also benefit. When you come to the specific objectives of EASFA, there are three specific objectives in here. One, this is to demonstrate improvements of integrity, validity, reliability, consistency, accuracy, and many more found in the run of one's statistical professionalism. Just to go further, this means that uh, eh, um, most professions work with the statistical careers. For example, when you come to computer scientists, when you come to the computer scientists, the nurses, the doctors, the dentists, when we talk of maybe the geologists, the clerks from different farms, the bankers or the tellers, the human resource managers, and many others. Those are just some that we have to work with, and there are many professions that we must stand with as we go along, uh, a- as we go along in our career experience. Also, we are to discuss and interpret new and existing statistical policies, having their measures parallel to those from the United Nations Statistical Commission organization, thus enhancing one's growth in the statistical fieldworks. Here is whereby there are a number of documents that has been sent to the EASFA's WhatsApp group and also the Telegram group, and meaning that each and every individual has to be active to pass through them and understand what they mean. If not, they might ask for everything they meant. A good firm that has its own uh, standard operating procedures, these are the measures or the policies whereby an organization, an agency, a society can stand with them at all times, and meaning that there are a number of amendments that also the amendments that are well discussed can also be added in there. We also move along with the fundamental principles of official statistics, the African statistical systems coming from the African Union, whereby we can still work with them at all times. Also, third, last but not least, specific objective of EASFA states that this is to develop different plans and strategies for statistical creativity and innovations in the teamwork building exercises, thus boosting one's expectations to the desired level. This means that, uh, ladies and gentlemen, kindly show your activeness because whatever meeting, virtual meeting that has been created by EASFA, kindly participate and understand what kind of a discussion is all about. And even if you don't understand anything, you can just uh, ask the host or the team at large for, for a proper illustration. So this means that on an annual basis, we might be having virtual meetings to discuss on certain amendments related to one's ideas, implementations, and also to see where we are heading at and where we have reached at the moment. Uh, in here, we come to the additional objectives of EASFA. Here, we will not take long, but uh, this is a PowerPoint presentation that you might have your time to understand, to just move along with it. One, we are to support the collection, manipulation, interpretation, summarization, organization, tabulation, analysis, and publication of different statistical fields in public and private agencies in Africa. Two, we are to stimulate and promote research in statistical fields like health sector, economical sector, and many more. Its teachings and applications in planning and decision making in private and uh, public agencies in Africa. Three, we are also to communicate with other institutions and international organizations engaged in research, teaching, and application of statistical fields in Africa and beyond. Four, we are also to educate decision makers and problem solvers related to different areas of statistical tasks and assignments, thus aiming to best outputs not only to EASFA but to the Africa's communities at large. Also, we are to we are also to advance the welfare of the several statistical fields, professions in Africa. Six, we are to conduct extensive and user-focused consultation routinely in to identify content options, survey relevancy to determine the need for a cross-sectional or a longitudinal survey, as well as to develop public support for the program when it reaches to data collection stage. And this is the same thing that happened a month ago when we were having a EASFA survey related to different topics in here, such as when we talk of the vision, the mission that that I previously illustrated, the specific and additional objectives are the standard operating procedures, the team building exercises, all those were found in the closed-ended questionnaires, and it was for you all to kindly participate whenever you are found free in there, because your responses will soon be analyzed by a number of uh, uh, statisticians that are analysts from different nations, since we have already collected a number of respondents in here since yesterday, which was 5th of May, 2024, the data collection exercise ended at that time. Seven, we are to boost statistical programs that need to evolve, adapt, and innovate so as to keep pace in the changing demands of the users they serve or demands of new users. This relates to the motivational, the motivational tutorials that we can create, the learning tutorials that we can create, since we have one of the YouTube channels which states which whose theme is the Elite African Statistical Fields Alliance YouTube channel, whereby soon it might grow such that whoever can teach in any area can also present to the moderator or the auditor, and finally it can be used for which can support even those in school and also help them wherever necessary. When we come to the eighth part, we are to strengthen the mentoring process of young statistical fields professionals by facilitating their links with the experienced professionals. Here is whereby there are a number of channels such as the WhatsApp channel and the Telegram channels, whereby any motivating or inspirational quotes can well be used by any individual, and it can take you to another level whenever well utilized. To promote and forward a lively interest in different statistical fields in Africa by organizing seminars, workshops, and conferences, organizing public discussions, address addresses, and other general communications on statistical matters, and also organizing and running statistical contests. One, when you come to the organizing seminars, workshops, and conferences, this is whereby we will try our level best to have such workshops and conferences on an annual basis for a better for for a further discussion related to where we have reached. And also, when you come to the second part of this additional objective, organizing public discussions, addresses, and other general communications on statistical matters. This is whereby kindly participate in whatever link, social media link given, so for you to join and get whatever information given, because here is whereby we have strict rules and regulations, not just to throw scams, but to know whatever information we receive. And also, when you come to the organizing and running of statistical concepts, this is the same thing that what Ghana was doing related to the Ghana Association of Statistical Society. Here is whereby on a on a on a on an annual basis, there are contests given to anyone who can participate, and and, and whoever well participates with a better score might be awarded in there. And that is the same thing that also we might uplift, not just to ourselves, but to many participants related to statistics. Also, we are to issue numerous statistical periodicals, articles, and journals annually, since EASFA relates to several statistical fields and areas. These are just the documents that have been sent. There are about 10 to 15 documents that have been sent to our WhatsApp group, Telegram groups, and they have been sent there for a purpose. And also, we are to establish and carry out a database of statistical fields professionals in Africa and a code ethics for her members, and also to protect safe and safeguard the interest of EASFA without any unknown fall during her existence, and also to work through EASFA's branches in several nations of Africa for efficiency and convenience of her members. When I just kindly move there, uh, uh, explain to you the 13th additional objectives. With time, whenever we might have a number of partners standing with us, and also other private or public, international or regional organizations, you might get that we might open a number of branches physically, whereby whoever needs an assistance can reach to the venue and ask for help or support coming from the EASFA's branches. And also, we are to be a national alliance, thus uplifting professional ethics around different statistical fields, and also to promote the understanding and advancement of official statistics and related subjects. This comes from the fundamental principles of official statistics, the African statistical systems, and many others that will also stand with us as we develop and innovate our key and as our key ideas, plans, and strategies. And also, we are to foster the development of effective and efficient official statistical services, particularly in developing African countries through international contacts among individuals and organizations, including users of official statistics as well as research institutes. And also, we are to aim by defining the type and quantity of data needed to be collected, organizing and summarizing the data, analyzing the data, and draw conclusions from it, and assessing the strengths of the conclusions and evaluating the uncertainty. The 18th additional objective states that we are to have a coordination of statistical work of specialized agencies, and also we are to promote the improvement of statistics and statistical methods generally. 20th additional objectives of EASFA is to deliver the high quality statistics program for our majors and minors that prepares them to either the workplace or further study in graduate programs, and to provide several universities-wide support for research and professional developments for faculties and many students. And finally, we are to support continued growth of statistics faculty members teachers teacher scholars. Out of these three specific objectives and the 22 additional objectives, there are a number of documents that have been sent in the LinkedIn, in the WhatsApp group, and also the Telegram group, whereby it is now your opportunity to have time to peruse or have a view at it for better understanding. We cannot leave the French, but the Francophonie individuals out, since such a document was translated and sent to the team at large. So also to you, have time to have a look at it. And also when you come to the SDGs of the UN selected by the ASFA, here is whereby we included the SDG 4, which is the quality education, goal 5, which is gender equality, goal 8, which talks of the decent work and economic growth, goal 9, which talks of industry, and which talks of industry, innovation, and infrastructure. Goal 10 talks of reduced inequalities. Goal 16 talks of peace, justice, and strong institutions. And goal 17 talks of partnership for the goals. And also when we come to the matches between the ASFA's objectives, which are the specific and additional and selected SDGs from the United Nations. So SO is a short illustration of the specific objectives, and AO is a short abbreviation of the additional objectives. So out of this all, if you have a look, you can get that all the selected seven SDGs by the EASFA go hand in hand with all the specific and additional objectives. And also, when you come to the EASFA's ambitions and targets, we get that EASFA's vision, mission, specific and additional objectives, its tasks and implemented strategies on every annual basis, and many others that might be upgraded in support of the United Nations organizations and other partners for better life changes. And also, EASFA's team building exercises are to enhance one's skills, ambitions, abilities, capabilities, experiences, and many others related to more statistical fieldworks engaged in collaboration and cooperation, thus resulting to better outcomes and targets as expected in life. Furthermore, we get that the Elite African Statistical Fields Alliance has possession of different professionals. So down here, we get that when you just have a look at them, we have many professionals that relates to statistical fieldworks. You will just have a look at them as you maybe when you post the video itself. From there, we can get that I forgot on something, the kinds of sectors engaged with the ASFAM. So these sectors include the health sector, the educational sector, the hospitality sector, the ICT sector, transportation sector, agricultural sector, energy sector, financial and treasury sector, forestry and climate change sector, the water sector, the sports sector, environmental sector, industrial sector, construction and infrastructure sector, mining sector, and many others. There are still other sectors that we can still move with them. As we note the recommendations from EASFA, we say that I can start by stating that on the 9th and 10th of May 2024, there are some of there are some individuals of EASFA that might represent you all in the coming event, the United Nations Civil Society Conference, to be in the United Nations, in the United Nations, in the United Nations offices, UNON. If all goes well, they might understand EASFA's presentations and be willing to support us, the African learners, at different levels, thus acquiring uh, acquiring better positive impacts relating to our open ideas, plans, and strategies. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly take part to join and collaborate with the ASFA's moves and actions, as any of these links related to this society has a utilized reason. And also, I kindly hereby thank whoever took part in understanding the ASFA's presentation, its open illustrations regarding to the selected United Nations SDGs by this society, EASFA, uh, EASFA, and many more. EASFA might have different social media platforms like Facebook, Telegram, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn groups, and also, if I did not write it down, the Microsoft Team, to make every member active and associate with each other, thus for better changes and achievements. And also, any information coming from EASFA's administration might reach to you all to be well understood, to you all be well understood before having a virtual meeting created and finally discussed before being turned into actions. And finally, kindly stay active with the ASFA society at all times. Focus ahead as we expect for the best together. So, thank you all and all the best. Ladies and gentlemen, we will thank you for taking your time with us, and also let us know that even though we have the Anglophone and the Francophone countries, we can still work together, since Since even if I have to interact with with a francophone individual, he or she can copy and paste it to translate it for a further understanding. And that is how communication is all about. And from you all, understand that be an active member. Don't be an active member at all times. And that is the same thing that I always aim at, because that is whereby you can learn from an individual and maybe help you in another way round. Thank you all and have a good day too. Good day.